So today's job is to change the radiator on the truck. And the reason is, you might not be able to see this, or you might think it's a trick of the camera. When you look at the where the cap goes, it's wider than it is tall. And what's happened is this is deformed, so it doesn't seal properly. And as you can see, that's meant it's chucking all the fluid out all over me bloody truck. And it's quite a clean engine bay for a truck of its age, you know, it's not bad. So I really don't want that happening. The other thing is it's not pressurising the system, you know, and that could cause me some problems. Bearing in mind though, I did drive all the way here and from home, and I've still got water in the rad, so it doesn't really run hot, this truck. But this is what we've got to do today: change this radiator, flush out the system. As you can see, it's absolutely filthy, and hopefully that will improve the heater and everything, and then we can get on and enjoy driving the truck. So let's crack on. First things first, let's get the hose unclipped. I love these clips. These are just like the donkeys. No messing around with a screwdriver, slipping, banging your fingers on everything. Right, so that's that. I've got a drain pan underneath. I'm not sure where the water's going to go. So we're going to have to be quick because it's antifreeze. Always a different size. Right, now we've got all the spanners. This is the shroud for the fan. I'm hoping that it's just going to be like a peg fit on the bottom, because I don't really want to be scrabbling around having to take the belly pan off to get to the bottom bolts, so it might actually be easier to take the viscous fan off. It's quite often is the case. Let's have a look. We're going to be lucky. I'll take that off because it needs cleaning anyway. Perfect. And then I'm sure the radiator will just lift out. There was a key on it to drain it. There you go. I need to draw a bit of water out there. I've overfilled the expansion. Good job I oiled all of this before I started. Right. So this radiator, brand spanking new one, has actually got facility for an oil cooler, but my truck doesn't have it. But I have double checked, and it definitely looks to be exactly the same radiator. Everything fits up. Let's get that pipe on. So I'm really happy that this is going to do the job. Let's get the bottom hose on. Yep. Top expand. I'll leave that off to remind me that I've got to undo the expansion. Get the hose clips back on. That one back in exactly the same place if I can. This looks a little bit more difficult. Nice, that's that one. I think that was 13, not 14, and the other one was 12. Blood. Well, can't do a good job on a truck without bleeding, I'm sure. Okay, so that's back in. Shroud. I'll just give that a bit of a wipe off. The reason I'm wiping all this crap off is, well, twofold. A, I don't want it looking as shitty, but B, if I do have any further leaks, hopefully I'll be able to spot them. So, this makes sense. Maybe would have made more sense to put this back on without the hose. And as these are such nice clips, I'll take the hose back off on the top. That'll just make life a lot easier. That's good. Get that back on now. I'd like to, whilst we're here, have a big shout out to a friend of mine, John, who helped the Old Barn Workshop with a few supplies that we needed. So thanks a lot, John. Really appreciate your help, mate. Right, so that's that one. These nuts have got a little tang on top that just means that they clip in. Not so well, but they clip in. It helps you not lose them, which is nice. That noise you can hear, bubbling noise, is the old radiator just getting a flush through, because if I can repair it, it would make sense to have a spare, I guess. That's that one. That's that one. Timing belt replaced, 21st 10. Yeah, nice one. I'll leave that on. Wow, that radiator was full of dirt. I mean, full. Okay, so remove the excessive water in there. Probably do that with a compressed air line just for a laugh. And then fill up with antifreeze, start her up and run her for a bit. All very easy, isn't it? Let's get the antifreeze. So for this particular truck, I'm using a bog standard military spec ethanol glycol antifreeze. The reason I am using a bog standard military grade ethanol glycol antifreeze is because, thanks to people who have been clearing out their garages or workshops, I've got gallons of this stuff. Yeah, I can see this is going to be very slow. Maybe I would be better off pulling the top pipe up then. Let's just do it slowly. Well, I think that's that job done.